The story is about a teenage actress named Rahi. She has a spoiled attitude and gets into a car accident after throwing a tantrum following an award ceremony, which results in her parents' death. She survives but can't show emotions on her face anymore, so her acting career is ruined. One day, she stumbles upon a mysterious place called the Ghost Theater, where spirits unable to move on from the afterlife work through their unresolved issues. She meets Karen and Patty and ends up on stage, possessed by a ghost, and she decides to stay there, hoping it might cure her condition. The story explores the afterlife and the idea of making amends, showing how various characters' lives are connected in 51 chapters. I really enjoyed this one and I'd give it a 9.2 out of 10. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? No. This is one of the most well-thought-out webtoons I've read. The story is about a guy named Sean, who's the main character. He's super rational and that can make people uncomfortable, so most of his classmates avoid him. One day, he drinks too much and passes out, only to wake up in a strange room. But instead of panicking like most people would, he starts trying to figure out how to escape. Eventually, he realizes he's part of an experiment called an escape room, where he has to solve puzzles to move to the next level. But this isn't a regular escape room. One wrong move could be deadly, and he even has to compete with other players, sometimes having to do extreme things to survive. His rational thinking helps him navigate all the challenges. I really enjoyed this webtoon. It's captivating, and the characters, especially the main character, are well written. It's a shame that it's not as popular as some other webtoons, but if you give it a chance, you'll really enjoy it. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? Yes. The story is about 6 online streamers who go to a deserted island to make videos. The most popular one, Samson, wants to get the best content, so he can bring people from different parts of the internet. But when they lose their internet connection, they explore the island and find dinosaurs in a big science lab. Right from the start, it's clear that the island has secrets. As they go deeper into it, they realize they're in danger and try to escape. At the end, they meet the head scientist, but we don't find out why he made the dinosaurs. The story is a bit predictable, but I still enjoyed it. It doesn't do anything groundbreaking, but if you like thrillers, you might like it. Just don't expect too much, and you might be pleasantly surprised. It's still fun to read. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? No. This manhwa is a collection of short stories, mostly in the horror genre, but it also includes sad tales, stories about love, deceit, and loss. Personally, I don't find it scary, but it's incredibly intriguing and enjoyable to read. The artwork is appealing, especially the artist's use of darker shades instead of bright colors. This manhwa keeps you hooked until the very end. Overall, it's one of the most captivating reads, and I particularly love the story about a man dealing with his wife's dementia. I used to read this manhwa every night before bed, I just couldn't get enough of it. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? No. This webtoon is about a girl named Hee-won. She's just a regular girl living her normal life, but her love life has been tough. When she found out that her best friend and crush were dating, she had had enough. So, Hee-won decided to take a break and ended up having a one-night stand with a good-looking stranger. They both thought they wouldn't see each other again, but then Hee-won became pregnant, and things got interesting. Do-jun was willing to marry her for the sake of the child, and now they both have a lot of decisions to make. Despite the challenges and Hee-won's difficult personality, they grow closer every day. I really enjoyed this webtoon. The romance is well written, the build-up is slow but steady. The main character is mature and a true gentleman, which I love. The humor in the webtoon is just right and adds a nice touch of fun. I'd give it a 9.2 out of 10. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? Yes. This story is about a guy named Yejin who goes through a lot of bullying, and it makes his mental health really bad. His mental struggles are shown as this dark stuff that gets worse when he's anxious. If you read this webtoon, it'll help you understand what it's like to have mental health issues. The only person who kind of gets what Yejin is dealing with is Suni, a loner in their class. They start getting closer despite some misunderstandings and missed opportunities and build a friendship. I liked how they were both awkward while trying to talk and open up to each other. The characters and the art in the story are nice. The art style changes from neat to messy when there are panic attacks, which helps show their feelings. The story is also really good, so you should check it out. An 8 out of 10 for me. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? No. This is a story about a high school student named Liz Kim and a ghost named Damon. One night, while Liz is doing her homework, she looks out of her window and sees a male figure eating a cat. She accidentally makes eye contact with him, and the ghost drops the cat. Shocked, she falls down, and the ghost climbs through her window. The ghost asks if he should eat her or make her his wife, and she faints. Damon continues to follow and protect her from evil spirits that want to harm Liz. The story is full of action scenes and complementary art. The characters in the story develop as the plot unfolds, making it unique. The story has a unique plot and setting, and if you enjoy horror, romance, or comedy, you'll love this webtoon. It features a mix of scary, cute, and funny events that make it very entertaining and enjoyable to read. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? No. This webtoon is about a boy named Baekhyun who dropped out of school to take care of his sister after their parents' car accident. She wants to be a writer and pens a novel called Tiny Princess in a Big World, where everyone shrinks to the size of ants and faces danger from cats and dogs. If the princess dies in the story, everyone else dies too. When she gets rejected by a publisher, she gets really frustrated and curses the world. At the same time, Baekhyun goes out to get some snacks for his sister, but suddenly, he and everyone around him shrink to the size of ants. Now, everything from cats to robotic vacuums becomes a threat to human survival. Each person gets unique superpowers and a way to see data about themselves. It's become a dark and desperate world, and Baekhyun must use his abilities and wits to survive and save his sister. The plot is quite unique and interesting, although it gets a bit less exciting in the final part. Overall, it's an enjoyable experience. It's an 8.9 out of 10 for me. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? No. This is a story about a famous pop star named Hoo Jun and a magazine reporter named Jun Young. Jun Young decides to go to a club's opening event for a possible news story. While there, she sees Hoo Jun behaving badly and accidentally vomits on him. This results in her losing her job. She suspects Hoo Jun had a hand in her firing, so she protests outside his management office daily. Her protests get a lot of media attention, and she becomes known as an anti-fan. A TV producer approaches her for a reality show idea where a top star and their anti-fan live together. Jun Young, facing financial problems, agrees to it. At the same time, Hoo Jun is offered the same opportunity to improve his image, and he accepts. On the TV show, they initially try to make life difficult for each other but end up developing feelings for one another. It's a funny romantic comedy with an interesting ending. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? Yes. The story is about Dr. Yuri Lee, who is a researcher at XYZ Corporation tasked with testing the new prototype clone, named Victor. Victor is designed to love his master, and Yuri starts to feel the same, although she knows he will be destroyed after the testing period. All the while, she is pondering the death of her child and her husband's infidelity. These turn out to be the least of her problems when she deeply falls in love with Victor and tries to save him at all costs. The plot twist is mind-blowing when they find out that Yuri Lee is the actual clone and Victor was pretending to be one for his love, Yuri, a flight attendant who died in a plane crash. Everything is unexpected but makes perfect sense. The characters in the story are well written, and their emotions, suffering, and backstory are portrayed effectively. The love story between a clone and a human is almost like a sad tragedy. If you enjoy sci-fi romance, you should definitely check it out. A 9 out of 10 for me. Is it worth reading? Yes. Drama-worthy? No.